With this lesson, we are going to look at rounding. There are a few rhymes here that might help you remember the rules for rounding. 5 to 9, climb the vine. 0 to 4, slide to the floor. Or how about 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. Find the number, look right next door. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. So the basic rules for rounding is underline the digit for the place value you want to round. Draw an under arrow to the digit to the right. If this digit is 4 or less, keep the underlined digit the same. If the digit is 5 or more, increase the underlined digit to the next greatest digit. All of the digits to the right of the underlined digit become a 0. So we have a very large number here in example 1, 543 and 72,916 hundred thousandths. So we're going to round to the tenths place. So that means we are looking at the 2 as our 1 to the left. So first, we are going to write the number down, draw an arrow from the 7 to the 2, and the 2 is going to tell us whether the 7 is staying the same or whether we need to round the 7 up to an 8. Because we have a 2, we leave it alone, and it's going to stay the same. Rounding to the thousandths place means we're using the 2, but we're using the 9, but we're looking at the 1. That is the thousandths place. So the 1, again, is a smaller than 5, so the 9 is going to stay the same. Now we're going to round to the hundredths place. That means the 2, and we're going to use the 9. Since the 9 is larger than 5, we're going to round the 2 up to a 3. This is the first time our number is changing. 543 and 73 hundredths. Notice with decimals, we don't have to change the rest of the digits to 0. They just disappear. Look down at example 2. Rounding to the tenths place, we're going to use that 9 to determine whether it's a 0 or a 1. Since it's a 9, we change it to a 1. Rounding to the thousandths place means that we are looking at the digit 8, but we're using the 6 to determine whether the 8 is going to stay the same or get larger. Because 6 is larger than 5, we are going to round the 8 up to 9. The hundredths place, we are rounding the 9, but we're looking at the 8. Since 8 is larger than 5, 9 goes up 1 digit, which means it becomes a 10. Our answer will be 24 and 1/10. Rounding to the 10,000ths place. That means we're rounding the 6, but we're using the digit to the right, which is the 2. Since it's less than 5, the 6 stays the same. Try example 3 on your own and then come back to the video to check your work. Rounding to the hundredths place, you should have changed it to 500. The 3 tells you to leave the 5 alone. You do have to change the other 2 digits to a 0, and then you can drop the rest of the decimal. Rounding to the 10,000ths place. Again, you're rounding the 9, so you're looking at the 8. Since the 8 is larger than 5, that 9 has to become 1 more. But that would be a 10, so you have to add that 1 to the 7 and make it an 8. Rounding to the tenths place. This one's easy. We just leave our 0. And the last one, rounding to the hundredths place. We have a 0. We're using the 7 to determine if it stays the same. It has to go 1 larger.